Did you know that simply changing a few words in your marketing headline can actually increase your conversions by like 30 to 400%? And when I say conversions, I'm referring to getting traffic, or maybe getting opt-ins to a list, or maybe sales to your product or service. It's been well known that headlines are the most powerful part of any marketing content. In fact, top corporate media giants have relied on powerful headlines before the internet was even invented. So let's have a little fun. Let me show you some real life examples, but let's try to do a little test and see if you can guess which one of the following headlines actually work better. Check this out. Now let's take a look at this example here. I'm on leadpages.net, just within their blog there. They have a bunch of different split tests that they reveal to the public. So let's just take a look at one of them here. Which headline increased the opt-ins by a whopping 388%? Now let's zoom in on these two squeeze pages so we can really see the difference between the headlines. Now this is version A. Here's what every pilot should know before buying a single engine airplane. So they're offering some sort of free report to make it easier to buy an engine for an airplane. So let's take a look at the second headline, and the only difference between these two squeeze pages is just the headline. You're about to learn the secrets that most people will never know about buying a single engine airplane. So between those two different squeeze pages, one of them increased conversions by 388%, and that's pretty big, especially when you're trying to sell an engine. You imagine just getting more opt-ins could mean thousands of dollars just because of a few words in a headline. So let's just put that on the back burner and think about which one you think got the better results. Let's move on to the next one. Here's another one where they actually changed the headline plus the sub-headline, and it increased opt-ins by 216%. So here's version A. Sick of cold calling? Learn 13 ways to generate an endless supply of hot qualified leads and never cold call again. And here's the next one. The Never Cold Call Again system. Learn how to generate an endless supply of hot qualified leads and never cold call again. So those are the two versions there. And here's just one more, where one of these headlines increased the conversions of this landing page by 41%. Let's take a look at the different versions. Brand new ebook, MCAT Exam Strategies, a 6-week guide to crushing the MCAT, free ebook. And this is the other one that they changed here, new MCAT strategy. So anyways, one of these increased the conversions by 41%. So let's take a look at the results. So going back to the first example, the one that increased conversions by 388%. If you guessed version B, you got it right. And the second example, if you chose version A, you got it right. That's the one here, sick of cold calling, compared to this version here. And finally, the last example, where it increased by 41%, if you selected version B, this one here, you got it right. As you can see, just by slightly changing your headline, you can dramatically increase your conversions. And if you're not split testing your headlines or even using proven headlines in your marketing, then you could be losing out on like 400% more money from your business. Now, just to emphasize this even further, I'm on quantcast.com and I'm looking at the stats for a site called Upworthy. Now, they started back in around 2012, as you can see here, and they pretty much had no traffic. Well, Upworthy is like a very popular online blog, and they basically rely heavily on their headlines in order to get traffic. Well, let's take a look at fast forward today and see how much traffic they're actually getting. As you can see here, they're getting like 700,000 to 1 million views from mobile web, and also like anywhere from 200,000 to up to 500,000 unique visitors from online. So you can see just how powerful headlines are in your marketing. And the cool part is it actually only takes like one powerful headline to really flood your content with viral shares, clicks, and traffic. But there's a big problem with this kind of thing. These huge corporate giants basically have endless budgets, and they have really deep pockets to spend a lot of money on copywriters, and these guys will pump out like 25 to 50 headlines per article content. And not only that, they have to spend even more money on data analysts so they can optimize which one of those headlines is converting the best for their content. and that can cost thousands and thousands of dollars per month. So that's why we created freshtitle. With freshtitle, you can instantly pump out hundreds of proven titles and headlines for just about any content you need. And as a result, you will save thousands of dollars on hiring expensive copywriters and data analysts. By simply entering your main subject keyword, for example, Facebook marketing, weight loss, speed reading, fire making, sports photography, basically any niche that you can think of, and freshtitle uses a built-in method to pump out 830 pre-optimized and proven headlines that you can simply copy and paste into your business in literally a few seconds. It's actually quite amazing. You not only can enter in just one main keyword, you can also answer a series of 4 very simple questions about your service or product, and the software will pump out an additional 125 very optimized headlines that are also proven to convert. Now, we didn't stop there. We also included a massive database of over 350,000 high-quality headlines and titles that you can instantly search using the built-in swipe bank tool. And also within this swipe bank tool, you get another additional database containing over 70,000 email subject lines that we've used within our business, as well as other top performing subject lines that you can instantly copy and modify for any marketing that you need. Plus, this tool is an amazing idea incubator. Basically, you could use it to come up with new fresh ideas to write about within your niches. Having over 420,000 ready-made headlines and email subject lines at your fingertips gives you a powerful advantage over your competition and can really save you hours of researching trying to find your next perfect headline. But while I was developing this software, I really wanted to include another tool that truly provides fresh top headlines. So I came up with the news headlines tool. You simply enter in your main subject keyword and the tool will instantly pull back all of the latest and most popular news headlines from both Google and Bing. And this is where you can truly spy on the top corporate giants in real time and then model your content from using their already proven headlines. So now you don't have to spend hundreds on copywriter or even spend hours slaving away on coming up with like 25 to 50 different headlines for each and every piece of content you're working on. Using this tool, you can see the exact headlines that are already converting. We also included another tool called My Titles. It's basically just an easy to use personal database of your own favorite titles and headlines. And basically from any one of the other tools, you simply click the add link and it will send that title over to the My Titles tool. And in the title editor, you can modify the headline to your needs. You can even use the built-in synonym thesaurus to make your headlines truly unique. Plus, making your headlines unique will make sure that you don't copy anyone else's content and avoid copyright infringements. In addition, you can enter notes such as category names or even results from an email marketing campaign. For example, I like entering my open rates and click-through rates when I'm using my high-performing email subject lines so that in the future I can use those again. You can also optionally set the rating for your favorite titles, and that really makes it easy to keep track of your top-performing headlines. This tool even keeps track of how many times you copy your headlines to your computer's clipboard, which gives you another level of how many times you actually use a particular headline, and then you can instantly know which one you are actually using the most. This is an incredible tool, and we've built this in here to make it really easy for you to keep track of all of your personal favorite headlines and titles. In addition to getting the freshtitle software, you will also get our title analyzer software as a free bonus. Now, while I was designing freshtitle, I realized there was a great demand for a software tool that can predict which one of your headlines will actually convert better in terms of SEO traffic, click-through rates, open rates, likes, shares, or comments, things like that. So I developed Title Analyzer. Simply type in your headline, click Analyze, and Title Analyzer will calculate an overall headline score on a scale from 0 to 100, where the larger the score, the better your headline should perform. You can also analyze multiple headlines at a time, helping you pinpoint which headlines you should be using in your marketing. Title Analyzer uses 4 separate data analysis functions within a very complex equation that will determine your overall headline score, which includes the power word density, which is basically how many emotional marketing words are in your headline. Also, the function analyzes the optimal number of characters and the optimal number of words in your headline. Plus, the software performs complex sentimental analysis, which determines the emotional polarity of your headline. Basically, does your headline convey happiness, sadness, or anger? It's proven that headlines with a strong positive or a strong negative sentiment produce much higher response rates. Also, by double-clicking the overall score, you can get a more detailed overview of your headline, where the software actually gives you suggestions on how to further improve your headline score. We have processed well over 200,000 headlines through this software, and the results are shockingly impressive. Plus, you can modify the internal PowerWords database by adding your own words or removing words, which gives you the ability to further optimize your results. In our tests, we were able to get incredible results by first analyzing a bunch of headlines and then just taking the headlines that have the highest score and then running our tests with those high score headlines. And what that did, it allowed us to find the best converting headlines while minimizing the amount of split testing we had to do. If you think about it, it's kind of like having a real crystal ball, but it actually works. For example, here I am on unbounce.com and I found this case study and I decided to see how well it works. I saw these 3 different headlines. You can see they did a split test, and these 2 headlines here increased in terms of conversions compared to their control. So let's go ahead and stick those into my software and see what happens. So as you can see here, the software actually works just the same as what they said on there, so it was a pretty good prediction. Both of these increased in conversions, and you can see here, you got a little bit better overall score for those other 2 headlines. In fact, I've tested this software with, like I said, 100,000 different headlines, and usually it's correct. It works pretty well, and basically just gives you a helping hand in trying to understand which one you should be using for your content. So one practice I like doing is I'll come up with 10 different headlines, I'll throw them into the title analyzer, and then I'll take all the ones that are green and test those out. So it kind of gives you one extra step over everyone else, and really helps you find the winning headline that will increase your conversions. Now, just to drill home how important it is to really get your headline correct, take a look at this case study here. 89% increase in sales by simply adding one single word to their headline, the word supplement, natural joint relief supplement. Well, if they would have used my title analyzer, they would have saw that they would have got a higher score by using the word supplement within their actual headline. So the software does work and can really make a difference between making, little sales to, 90% more sales. That's massive, massive difference. Again, if you decide to grab the freshtitle software today, you're also going to get the bonus Title Analyzer software absolutely free. So let's just quickly reiterate. You're going to be getting that instant title builder within the software, which allows you to create over 830 optimized headlines based on a single keyword. So you just enter in one keyword or answer a few extra questions, and boom, you'll have nearly 1,000 optimized headlines that you can use in any of your marketing. Plus, you're also going to get that swipe bank tool, which includes a database of over 350,000 headlines and a secondary database, which includes 70,000 email subject lines. And you're also going to be getting that news headline tool. Now, I do want to mention that the swipe bank tool and the news headline tool, those 2 tools are actually going to be in a pro version, in a future version of freshtitle, which will cost extra. But right now, you're going to be getting those absolutely free, and you're going to get the entire software with no limitations at all. But in the near future, those are going to be part of an upgrade into a freshtitle pro version. So it's really important that if you're watching this video right now, you do want to take advantage of getting the full version of freshtitle right now before those tools are going to be added to the pro version. Now, in addition to that, you're also going to get the My Titles database, and you're also going to get that built-in synonym thesaurus, so you can make any of the content unique. And as we already mentioned, you're going to get that title analyzer software absolutely free, which again helps you try to predict, kind of like a crystal ball, knowing which one of your headlines is going to work the best And what you really want to do is come up with like 5 to 10 headlines, run them through the title analyzer, and try to stick with the ones that have the highest score, and then test those ones in your marketing, and you'll be guaranteed to have a high converting title. Also, both of the software programs, freshtitle and Title Analyzer, work on a PC as well as a Mac computer. In fact, we give you 2 separate install programs, one for a native PC, one for native Mac, so you're not relying on the Adobe Air platform. In addition, you're going to get a 30-day 100% money-back guarantee. So if you're not satisfied with the software at all in any way, just let us know and we'll give you back all your money with no questions asked. Also, you're allowed to install the software on a total of 3 personal computers that you own, and that includes both PC and Mac. And as you can see, we're currently running a 60% off private discount offer. But this offer is actually going to be ending very soon. So we're just doing this during our launch of the product, or maybe a special offer we just decide to run during a limited time. So you'll see a timer, or you'll see some information on this page. Make sure you pay attention to that timer, because once it goes down to 0, this offer is going to be over and you'll lose out and miss out on the 60% private discount. Thanks for watching, and take advantage of this offer as soon as you can, and we'll see you on the inside.